Today we would like to take you for the short trip across the Vietnamese landscape. Please let us know on the public chat if you can hear us, if you can see us properly, so we are sure that the messages we are transferring to you are able to reach you. Also, please remember to like our YouTube channel and to stay in touch with us, because the future webinars will be even more interesting. So, as I said, today the topic we have is the Vietnam SEO landscape, and we got very good speaker about it, because together with us there is Dan, who is Vietnamese expert, who is the founder and the CEO of a MIDAS agency. MIDAS agency is the business partner in Vietnam for WhitePress. So we are closely cooperating. We know each other, and we can rely on Dan. Dan also has experience in enterprise growth across the APAC region, and of course he has expertise in the SEO projects, which he's going to share with us today. So I kindly introduce you to spend some time with us and to enjoy the Vietnamese trip. Before we start, maybe some of you have already visited Vietnam, and usually what we know about Vietnam is a kind of exotic country with a lot of motorbikes, with beautiful landscapes, and of course with the most beautiful and the biggest cave in the world. Not everyone knows that also one of the greatest SEO events is organized in Ho Chi Minh City in every March. It's organized by Mud Singers, so I recommend also to visit it. But in fact, beauty of the country is not the reason we are talking today about Vietnam. The more important things from the perspective of the business is the perspective which Vietnam is offering to the world. If you take a look at the numbers, especially the population, especially the young age of the population, and the dynamics of the growth, you see that there is a potential. But still, Vietnam is considered to be a poorer country comparing to Western markets. However, when experts are talking about Vietnam, they say that Vietnam is on the level of Eastern European countries were like 10 years ago. And what happens to Eastern European countries, everyone knows, dynamic growth. So everyone is expecting that Vietnam is already on this path for the dynamic growth. That's why more and more foreign companies is interested in Vietnam. And this is in fact the reason why we decided to organize this webinar and to say more about Vietnamese SEO landscape. It's not only about big brands which are attending the Vietnamese market and expanding their investment there, but it's also about our regular clients who are asking us, WhitePress, provide more and more publications from Vietnamese market. Lately, I noticed that more than half of forex brokers who were already attending the IFX Expo, they have been already publishing their websites in Vietnamese language. So we can expect more SEO traffic, more SEO attendance going to Vietnam, and more people to be interested in this country. That's why I would like to share the stage with Dan. Dan, please tell us more about the perspectives for foreign companies in Vietnam, about the obstacles, about the challenges. The stage is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Przemysław, for the warm introduction. So hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to give you an insider look at the Vietnamese SEO landscape. Okay, so I will start to the first part, Vietnam digital market overview. Okay, so the first one is, so with me, the Vietnam is a true digital powerhouse in Southeast Asia. We have over 78 million active internet users with a top tier penetration in Southeast Asia. And about the search engines in Vietnam, with experience in the data analyst, the Google is the absolute king, holding over 93% of market share. I would say send you the chart below. And we also have nearly 685,000 local .vn national domain names. And the key takeaway of your brand is simple. You just ranking high on Google in Vietnam to the most powerful way to build trust with local consumer. And beside the Google search, you can see that here. That is the chart from Stat Counter, prove my point. And you can see in the blue light is the top is Google at 93.11%. And the only other player in local browser in Vietnam called Cốc Cốc, that's holding approximately 5%. And so for global marketers and CMOs planning link building or SEO budget, you need to focus your resource to dominate Google in Vietnam. Okay, so let's take a look at the user behavior and the 2026 AI search shift in Vietnam. Okay, in my opinion, understanding how Vietnamese people search is crucial because our consumer deeply rely on reviews and comparison content and the news. Now, when you look at in the 2026, the AI overview is completely changed the game. Because, for example, people, the customer journey is now is when they have the buying intent or they not to go in Google first, they will first start on the AI search like ChatGPT, Gemini to ask the question like where the best place to buy a laptop in Ho Chi Minh City. And after they get the answer, they will come back to Google and add the same question, the same prompt to get the direct answer. And so they will compare it to get the conclusion answer they want. So if you want your brand to be recommended by AI in Vietnamese user, you must be cited by top local publisher and have the brand mentioned from authoritative local PRs or news site is no longer just good for SEO. It's mandatory for AI search. Okay, so this bring me to the next slide is the 2026 AI search shift. Okay, so you can see that in Vietnam, in my opinion, we are adopting AI very fast, and according to Decision Lab, the range of AI tools currently used by Vietnamese people is very diverse and including both domestic and international platform. And the ChatGPT OpenAI list with the usage rate of 66%, followed by Gemini, Google, and Meta AI of Meta with 50% and 24% respectively. And so I will present you about the next is the traffic by LM because I want to deep dive to the data when when the search trend is uptrend. So this is not just a theory. You can look at my dashboard. This the Looker Studio now it's called Data Studio of Google, and I have tracked a project of my client. This website I record from the 1st January 2025 and to 31 March 2026. And this website got totally 451,000 organic section. And deep dive the section that contribute from the LLM section is approximate 2,500. That means the LM contribution maybe 0.5%. In my experience, because I track and I run a lot of projects and website in Vietnam, the contribution of AI traffic in Vietnam maybe from 0.5% to 0.8%. That is not a lot, but AI search is actively growing business revenue right now. And if if you invest in AI search right now, you will get more the revenue, the traffic in tomorrow. Okay, you can see that the conversion from LM here. Okay, so move on to the next is the traffic by AI, but I give you a timeline. You can look at the bar charts showing the row of AI traffic over the last 2 years. You can see that the notice of the explosive spark at the mid of 2025, and the dark blue bars represent ChatGPT and make up the vast majority of this new wave here. And brands that optimize these LLMs today will capture mass market share tomorrow. So that is the trend lines of LLM traffic. Yes, I check for my client website. And with that background in mind, let's dive into the part 2. This is a very interesting part I want to share today is the SEO challenges for foreign companies in Vietnam. Okay, so despite these massive opportunities, I want to share that entering Vietnam is not easy. Where move to this part, I will explore the real SEO challenges that foreign companies face when they try to enter this market and the solution for you. Okay, so yes, I will ask why do standard global SEO campaign fails here? From my experience working with international clients, there are 3 main roadblocks. The first, language and cultural barriers. Cold outreach emails do not work in Vietnam. We do business through relationships. And the second, without a local team, the foreign agency often easier to buy toxic or spammy PBNs or links that harm their domains. And the third, the last, is the most importantly, when the foreigner client dealing with local publisher involve the complex red tape or unstandardized invoicing and the strict local compliance laws. So that bring me to the next is the checkpoint. Why standard PR fails? Let me explain the biggest legal wall you will hit. In Vietnam, all official media is strictly state regulated. When a foreign brand requests to standard PR, they will face 2 locks. The first is the strict content censorship for local laws, and the second is the BRC hurdle. That means the business registration certificate. If you don't have registered local entity, top-tier newspaper will easily reject your PR booking, but this doesn't apply to all cases. And this brings me to this is here. That is, so to have our global clients navigate this, my team use a risk matrix. You can look at the red zone. That is the strict control like your money, your life niches. And if you are in your money, your life niches like healthcare, medicine, supplements, beauty, finance, or real estate, censorship is extreme and PRC is absolutely mandatory. However, if you are the ring zone, like tech, like fashion, travel, B2B software, education, the rules are much more relaxed. The PRC requirement is often waived by publisher, and you can get fast approval for link building. That means, for some case, if you are in the green zone or the red zone, but the topic the topic you send in the PR, that means PR or yourself too much, or your branding or your service, maybe that will need the PRC requirement. Okay, so that is so this brings me to the strategic playbook based on the last metric. Is your playbook. If you are in low risk green zone, you proceed directly to mainstream PR because this get those high trust backlinks. If you are high risk red zone, you must either partner with a licensed local distributor to sponsor article under the legal entity, and you need to ship to get an alternative backlinks. But the universal foundation for both is 100% native localization. Do not use lazy Google translation. They will easily destroy your brand trust in Vietnam. So, for example, when I receive the booking of PR from local partners, I also have them to rewriting the content to match the tone of voice, the wording, the cultural of Vietnam. So that is the reason why you need a local partner to booking your PR or backlinks. Okay, so let's moving to the next point is the Vietnam SEO reality, global tactics, and local execution. To sum up the reality, why the global standard relies on slow, unpredictable tactics like digital PR or link bidding, the Vietnamese reality is built on the best placements or dynamic relationship-driven networks. The huge advantage of local execution like Vietnam is your brand is big. If you have the budget and the right local partners, execution in Vietnam is extremely fast. And yes, so now let's deconstructing the Vietnamese backlink ecosystem. I want to show you exactly what types of link the Vietnamese marketer build and the insider in realities behind them. Okay, you can think that the Vietnamese backlink ecosystem as a pyramid. At the top, we have the trust builder, PR, and news site. In the middle, we have a big point, guest post or content network. And the bottom, the booster, the text link. So let's start from at the top. PR and the news sites are ultimate, the highest trust link in Vietnam. They verify your brand with both Google and Vietnamese consumer simultaneously. There are three tiers here: central news, niche magazine, and local provincial news. But because of the strict editorial review we discussed earlier, getting this link gives you an incredible competitive advantage. So that is the link I booking a lot. And the next is Guestbot and content network. This is our core strategy in Vietnam for publishing niche keyword at the top of Google. However, you must be careful because the Vietnamese market is built with massive low quality link networks. So the secret that you must audit the real traffic and check outbound link radius before booking anything. And the last is text link. Okay, this link usually placed in the sidebar and footers, and the pros is they deeply explosive, incredible fast ranking power for competitive niches, but it's high penalty risk, and I would not recommend you to use this link. And if you abuse exact match anchor text without proper IP diversification, Google will penalize your site, and they must you be a part of highly strategic diversified profile. So be careful when you use this type link. Okay, and we go to the third part is the Vietnamese link building framework. This part is I'm very excited to share with you. And yeah, this is the exact playbook my agency used to take global brands from zero to local authority. The first step is before you want to entering the Vietnamese market, before we build anything links, you must set up a local technical foundation. The first, you can use a /vn subfolder or the .vn domain to send clearly geographic signal to Google. And the second, implement a local business schema markup. And the third, you can use the local Vietnam hosting or CDN nodes. Based in the huge ranking factor here, so local server proximity matters.
Yeah, and let me interrupt you for a moment regarding this local Vietnamese hosting, because we know already that 40% of users in Vietnam is skipping the web page if the loading time is longer than 3 seconds. So it's absolutely crucial to use the technical resources who just to help your web page to be visible quickly from Vietnam. Just remember, we are based in Europe, and it does not mean that your web page is loading quickly in Vietnam as well.
Yes. Okay. And after you set up your Vietnamese digital entity, here is the phase-by-phase execution plan. That's a demo of the framework my agency used for client. I separate this to 3 phases. The first one is you deploy the social entity and local citation. And the second month, you will book 3 to 5 tier 1 PR news article for brand mention and trust. And the last phase, this month 3 and 4, accelerate by injecting 10 to 20 high quality guest posts directly to Moneybase. And yes, here, and when you combine this phase, you will get the ultimate Vietnam link building formula. That means you PR news for high trust plus niche guest spot for contextual relevant plus local guest spot for geographical authority. This exact combination create a sustainable and update growth ranking proof that survive Google core updates. Okay, so let me share you a real life case study of my agency. That's one of my agency to prove this framework works. This is Fastwork, the #1 freelancer platform in Southeast Asia, trusted by giants like Google, HP, or Colgate. And yes, as a domain regional player here, Fastwork want to expand to aggressively into the Vietnam, but instead of they just translate the main interface, they build Fastlane that represent Fastwork in Vietnam, and they create completely localized digital entity for the Vietnamese market, from the brand name and to the service category. Everything was perfectly tailored with local culture and shared behavior here. And that's bring me to you can see that the traffic trend line. That means this is the whole process we worked for Fastlane as well, from the July 2024 to then January 2026. And this trend line from Ahrefs show how our strategy play out from And we took Fastlane organic traffic from the absolutely zero to nearly 27,000 monthly visits. And yes, and the most the newest thing is, more importantly in the business idea, look at the market share. By executing this local SEO and link building, we have Fastlane jump from the zero to the top 3 biggest platform in Vietnam, completely disrupting all the established competitors in a very short time. Yeah, like HLB Holdings, Upward in Vietnam. And how we get this traffic? By we do it by dominating the right keyword. Our team successful ranking Fastlane on the first page for massive global term like freelancer, and but also high demand local term like ticket logo. It means local design in Vietnam. Native keyword targeting is the key. So that is the hardest, the difficult keyword. And the secret is the engine behind those keywords, that our link building execution. We do a massive high quality backlink profile, scaling over from 0 to 2,600 referring domains. This chart through this aggressive, safe link building, direct to mirror and price exclusive organic traffic growth in Vietnam. And you can see that I will scale by the high DR backlink and domain pushed into the Fastlane. So the result that they jump from a zero, no one know Fastlane who is it, and they jump to the top 3 Vietnam market. So that's in my present and my share case study. So hope the present is helping to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. Well, you said a lot of things which seems to be easy, but as you said, without local partner, without local knowledge, it's hardly to proceed. And that's why we decided to cooperate with you and to bring to our clients not only the resources, but also the expertise. So I would like to share with our audience that nowadays we are able to provide to you the choice of more than 1,000 local publishers from Vietnam, which are real publishers, no PBNs, just good quality publishers. However, at the third stage, only 160 something is available to you, because with most of them, we need to deal directly regarding those requirements which Dan already mentioned, like a local business license, like avoiding this censorship and agreeing on the publication. So this is very specific market. It's not as easy as we can do in other markets which are available in the platform when you simply click and order. But in this case, we would like to provide to you the kind of support and helping you navigate the local link building landscape, providing the proper publishers to you and negotiating with them the publication. We are not talking about quick turnover in case of PBNs. We are not talking about PBNs. We are talking about real publishers. So you can directly review what we already have available for you in the system. It's pretty easy. You can navigate to the platform. You can choose Vietnam. You can choose the type of the links you need, and of course, you can use advanced filters to make the required portals meet your expectations. You see all the details immediately. You see the list of portals. You see every information about the domain which we are offering, especially about the traffic trend, and you also can see the prices and the offers. So it means final prices, final offers are visible for you. But once again, I kindly remind you, please don't hesitate to contact us directly, because we can offer much more, but we need to balance your expectation with the requirements from the publishers. So it will be like a mutual cooperation, and I believe we can do it together. Also, if you need any advice regarding local expertise, local SEO, you can reach out directly to Dan. You can find Dan contact in this presentation which we share with you. So he will help you to address your projects directly to Vietnamese market. Well, we are reaching the end of the presentation. As you see, it was quite quick and fast, but hopefully it was helpful for you. So I would like to ask you if there are any questions you would like to ask, if there is any topic you would like to ask us to discuss more deeply. If we see no question on the chat, oh, someone is writing. Just give me a moment. If we can see something here. Okay. In the meantime, I would like to tell you that all people who were attending this webinar will receive the direct message, email message from us with a special voucher code, so you can start your first project in Vietnam without involving your money. You can order the first publication, and the cost will be on us. So I hope it will help you to test the market, and I hope you to help you to test the process, how to use the WhitePress platform for publishing in Vietnam. In the meantime, I see that someone is writing, but I still cannot see the question. Well, don't worry. Even in case there are other questions coming after the webinar, you will have all the contact details, because we reach out to you. We will share with you the presentation and our contact details. I mean, mine and Dan. So we will be more than happy to help you with the with the projects. Okay. I got the very nice message from Jordi. Thank you very much. It was interesting. Last year, many niche clients wanted to publish in Vietnamese media, and it was not easy, right? It was not easy. As Dan explained it to you, some niche clients, they struggle a lot with the publication. That's why it's not that easy to make it automated. And that is why we have local partner done, and that's why we do negotiation with the publishers to adjust the content a little bit and to help address the problem of local business license.
Thanks, Jordi.
Thank you, Jordi. Well, I'm not going to keep you longer. Thank you very much for your attention. As I said, you will have direct contact to us, and I'm looking forward to direct conversation with you regarding the project in Vietnam. And of course, I invite you for the next webinar about another Asian country. It's a surprise, but soon it will be announced for June. So I hope you will like it as well. Dan, thank you very much for sharing with us your expertise. Thank you very much for joining this webinar, and I wish you good luck and a lot of successful projects in Vietnam. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.